Hello everyone, welcome to this module titled The Art of Making a Pitch. Okay, this is applicable for doing a pitch for a business or a pitch in an advertising agency, pitching a big idea, or in, in the sales pitch. Okay, this is also best for your own personal pitch during a job interview. So everything you would like to learn and know about and pitch or an elevator pitch we will discuss in this module. So the learning outcomes at the end of the session, the participant learner is able to describe an elevator pitch. He will also be able to enumerate the components of an elevator pitch as contained in this PowerPoint, which I have designed. Okay, and at the end of this session, you will be able to craft your own elevator pitch for the chosen product by you or your group. It could be a product, a service, a concept, or an enterprise. After crafting your elevator pitch, you will be able to render or present your crafted elevator pitch and record it and present it. Then I will evaluate your elevator pitch. Okay, so what are the components of the pitch? Of the pitch. Okay, but what is an elevator pitch? An elevator pitch or a pitch. Let's dissect each word. Elevator and a pitch. A pitch is as in a baseball. Okay, you pitch it. It's so fast, it's concise, it's clear. That is why it is called a pitch. Why did we put the word elevator in a pitch? As in when you're riding an elevator. That is why it's called an elevator pitch, is that you need to tell the features, benefits, and advantages of your product, service, or business concept in just 60 seconds or 1 minute. When you are riding an elevator and you are talking to someone, most often than not, you will only spend a little bit time, less than a minute, to talk to that individual, to mention your strength, your advantages, and your benefits to that individual, whether it is a product, a service, or pitching your credentials to this individual. Imagine if you are in an elevator together with the CEO of a company or the president of the Philippines, and you would like to present a certain idea inside an elevator. You only have 1 minute to tell all the salient points of your product, idea, service, concept, enterprise, or yourself. That is the reason why it's called an elevator pitch. So what are the components of the pitch? We start with the introduction. Next would be the value proposition, the USP or unique selling proposition, a benefits statement, and a call to action. And we will discuss this one by one. So the introduction. The introduction is the first thing you will do for you to gain attention or provide a thought-provoking statement that will capture the imagination of the listener or the person you are talking to. It could be an interest-creating statement that is related to the idea, product, or service, or enterprise, business, or brand that you're trying to promote. It can start as a question. Okay? Would you be willing to listen to a vaccine that could protect you from COVID? Or an anecdote. Have you experienced the joy of riding in a roller coaster? Or an imagination. Imagine yourself in a serene beach with peace and tranquility. Or a story or an interrogative statement. Would you consider to have good health. So that there are various ways for you to do the introduction. So it's up to you. But the most important thing is that in the introduction must be able to catch or gain the attention of the person you are or the group you are talking to. Next would be the value proposition. As mentioned, in my definition of value proposition, it is the cluster of benefits that the product, service, or enterprise that is committed or offered to the customer. Cluster of all the benefits that the customer can experience from the product, service, or enterprise. Okay? For example, what is the value proposition of a hotel? When you check in into a hotel, you of course you get a room. You'll have a room, you'll have a bed, you have a toilet, you have free Wi-Fi, free breakfast maybe the following day, or a free newspaper or magazine. So that's a whole cluster of benefits that you will receive from that product. The next would be the USP or the unique selling proposition. So after the value proposition, you go immediately to your USP. State the number 1 to 2 attributes or features or characteristics of your product, service, or business of that you can offer that will captivate the mind of the target audience. This should be a differentiating factor that separates it apart from the rest or from competition. In marketing parlance, this is your advantage over the others. So you have to find that and you have to tell that to the person or to the group you are communicating to. After the USP, then you tell your benefits statement. State how the person or the client or the customer, the audience can benefit from the product offering. We'll give examples later, point by point. And the last component of a pitch is a call to action. You must state how the customer will get in touch with you or get to know more about the product or set up a meeting with you to present your product's value proposition. So it could be a calling card, it could be a leaflet, it could be a flyer, it could be a website, anything that you can give to the person or to the group that he or she or they can get in touch with you. The call to action is very important because at the end of the day, every business pitch, every elevator pitch, or whatever pitch, sales pitch, advertising pitch, the intention is for the listener to be able to act, whether to buy, to try, or to use your product, or to avail of your services. So let's look at an example of the components of a pitch. The example here is from a tourist destination. Okay, so this is, there's no specific, but try to imagine each of the components. So I'll start with the introduction. Imagine yourself relaxing in white sand beaches, looking at a magnificent sunset, leaving all your troubles behind. So I'm using the imagination, interest creating statement here. And you must feel whatever you're selling. Remember, pitching is like selling. You must be the product of the product. You must show enthusiasm. People will not buy you if you will not buy the product. You must be the product. So when you're selling a tourist destination, you imagine yourself inside that tourist destination, relaxing in white sand beaches, leaving your troubles behind. Okay? The next would be the value proposition. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pilgrim Island, where you can solemnly walk to various stations of the cross in an island setting. Full amenities are present, which includes transport via banca ride to all the islands, snorkeling, jet skiing, scuba diving, zip line, picnic in the islands, and dolphin watching. See, that's your whole cluster of benefits that the customer can avail of. and you have to enumerate it. The next would be your USP. So what separates your tourist destination or your product or your service from all the rest? The USP here is what is unique about this travel experience is that you have the opportunity to see and have a close encounter with one of the gentlest mammals on earth, the butanding. So you picked up a USP here, an encounter with a whale shark or butanding, which others could not offer. And you have to find that, whether it's a tourist destination, a tangible product, an intangible product, or a digital product. The next would be the benefit statement. You have to emphasize here how the client is able to benefit from this offer. So, example here is what this means for you is that you are able to have a seamless and enjoyable experience when all these events and activities line up for you to cherish and remember. Look at your facial expressions when you do the pitch. You have to feel the product. You have to sell the product. You must be the product. Then the last part is what you call the call to action. So, let's book a tour very soon, sir, ma'am. Here is my contact number and my website. You can visit our website to catch a snapshot of all these wonderful amenities waiting for you. And the ending must be captivating to make sure that the person or the group does not forget your idea, your concept, your product, your enterprise, your service, whatever it is you are selling. So let's do this. Let's run down again this full 1 minute elevator pitch for a tourist destination with feelings. Imagine yourself relaxing in white sand beaches, looking at the magnificent sunset, leaving all your troubles behind. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pilgrim Island, where you can solemnly walk to various stations of the cross in an island setting. Full amenities are present, which includes transport via banca ride to all the islands, snorkeling, jet skiing, scuba diving, zip line, picnic in the island, dolphin watching. What is unique about this travel experience is that you have the opportunity to see and have a close encounter with one of the gentlest mammals on earth, the whale shark or butanding. What this means for you is that you're about to have a seamless and enjoyable experience with all these events and activities lined up for you to cherish and remember. So, let's book a tour very soon, sir and ma'am. Here is my contact number and my website to catch a snapshot of all these wonderful amenities. Okay, so let me repeat. You start with the intro, tell them your value proposition or your whole cluster of benefits, then zero in on your USP, then tell them your benefit statement. What's in it for them? It's very important. The benefit statement. What this means for you, sir, ma'am, is that you will be healthy. You will enjoy this delicious restaurant or coffee shop. It depends. It depends on your type of business. Then your call to action. Okay? So, yeah, this is what we discussed earlier. Then practice makes perfect. Keep on practicing. And these are the additional sources on how to do a pitch and a sample pitching. And there are a lot of YouTube videos about elevator pitch and how to do a pitch. Thank you for listening and have a good day. Bye bye.